Alrighty, so review time. This is my thoughts of this video camera after owning it for around 12 months. Now, some of you may recall I did say in another video that I didn't actually like this camera for various reasons, which I'll go into in a second. But I've sort of changed my mind a little bit. Now, the main thing that I didn't like, I'll tell you about the things I didn't like initially and I still don't like. And that is getting the video from this to the computer. It's a bit of a pain. You can plug the USB in, obviously, but the problem is the files won't properly recognize on the computer. So what I end up having to do is undo the little door on the bottom there and take out the memory card, and then I've got to put it into this little thing, which doesn't seem like a lot, yeah? But then I have to put it into this little card reader and extract the file from there. Now, as I was saying, that probably doesn't seem like a big deal, but I can assure you, when you are making a few videos over a week or so, it tends to be a pain. It would be much easier if this thing would just plug in or connect to the Wi-Fi and I could transfer files, but it just takes too long because the files on this are too big, and I only run this at 1080p 30 frames per second. Now, it is capable of Ultra 4K, which I don't use for that reason. It's basically for file transfer, and it saves on disk space, and it also saves you on battery life, because I ran this at 180p at 30 frames per second on a ride once, and it went for about an hour and 20 minutes and then it cut out. So that's about how long the battery will last, just leaving it on at that. Now, if you put it onto the Ultra 4K, it drains it even faster. There are some of the little things you can do with this to make the battery last a bit longer, like turn off the voice recognition. I don't personally use it because it does drain the battery again, drains it a bit more, because don't forget, if you use the voice recognition bit, it's on standby all the time. Yeah, so the thing is on standby, so it's basically on all the time, because you just speak into it as you're riding along and say GoPro on, and bump, it comes on for you, and you say GoPro off and it goes off. And the voice command works really well. It is very, very good, but it drains the battery. So I knocked it on the head. And mine when I'm riding along is sat like this, just under my handlebars. So you can see the on button just there, and I just simply turn it on, you hear the bleep, and turn it off, you hear the bleep again. It's on loud bleep, so it tells you when it's gone, when it's turned on and when it's turned off. So basically, the only feature that I don't like, there's two. I've just mentioned the one about transferring the data. That is a pain in the neck, I can tell you. The other one is I don't like the GoPro software at all. I never use it. It's an absolute waste of time as far as I'm concerned. I use the Verb Edit software, and Pinnacle 19 is the other one that I use to put all the overlays and things on. So the software is no good for me anyway, and the transferring of files is no good. Apart from that, everything else I like about it, although there is one other little thing. It has a rotation, so you can have it so that mine, obviously, when I'm riding, is upside down, because that's really the right way up, but I ride with it that way up, yeah? So there's a setting in here, and you can have it so that it will auto-rotate. And when I turn it on, and I do this, the screen does auto-rotate, granted, but it records upside down then. You see, what I was expecting when it does the auto-rotate is, if I am recording like this, and then all of a sudden I do this, I would think that it would still record the video up the right way. Now, again, that may not seem like a major problem to you, as far as editing goes, but it really is, because when you're trying to edit a video and you're looking at the video upside down, it's a bit hard to get your bearings, if you know what I mean, to know where you are. So what I end up then having to do is turn the whole damn thing up the other way in the software and then start to edit it from there. But there might be instances where I only want a short little bit of the video. But yeah, it's easier just to turn the whole file up the other way. So that's the only other little thing, but look, it isn't a major drama now because I have got used to it. When I'm recording, like you've seen me do it when I'm riding along, I've got it in my little case here, and that's how it sits on the bike. So I just unclip it, and I now just hold it like this, and I'll record. So I just keep it upside down, basically. I don't turn it up that way. Okay, so that's just how I record with it all the time. So the gyroscope copter software, whatever it's called, doesn't really work that well, in my opinion, unless that's how it's meant to work. I don't know, but to me, if you're going to have auto rotate on something, the whole damn thing should auto rotate when you turn it up and down. I don't know, just my opinion. Everything else on it I love. It works really well, and I haven't had any major dramas with it, and now I'm used to it, and I'm used to taking the memory stick out to do the editing. It is a lot faster for me, yeah. So now I do like it. Okay, I'm happy with it, and I will continue to use it. And I guess the niggly things at the start with this camera for me was because I was coming from the Garmin Verb, which was just so easy. It literally just plugged in. You didn't have to take the memory stick out, remove the battery, nothing. You just plug it in and bang, you got your files there. This one is a little bit more of a pain to do, and I think it might be because of the video quality that this thing can record in. So that is that side of it. The other thing I do like about this camera, which is the main reason I continue to use it and I persevered with it, is the positionings of the mics. Now on my Garmin, the mic is at the back, and there's no way of protecting it unless you put a sock over the damn thing and mess around. I did a few different things, but the noise, the sound quality still isn't perfect, you know, isn't good. This thing has a very, very good set of mics on it. As far as I know, there's mics there at the top here as well, and there's one down here. So when you've got it pointing forward to you, it automatically understands where the vocals are coming from, and it will use that mic to take in the recording. So that is a brilliant feature of it. Everything else, as far as using the thing, swiping through the menu and that, is all rigid-dig. It's very easy to do that side of it, the navigation side of it through the menu. Very easy. It's got the screen lock on there as well, which is great. So when you are actually recording something, you're not concerned about turning a setting off or changing anything. Once you've got the settings that you like, which for me is 180p at 30 frames per second, you can lock the screen and you can't change them unless you unlock the screen, and you have to tap it, hold it there, and then swipe it down, and then it will tap again, and it will let you into edit the back end of it again. So I can honestly say now I'm very happy with it. The only other thing you're going to have to do is, if you, like me, you use this a lot for cycling, which I do, you're going to have to make yourself, this is the little thing it comes in, you know, the case, the carrier. Now this isn't waterproof. The other good thing with this is it is waterproof out of the box, I believe down to 10 meters. If you want any further than that, you've got to get the case for it. So that's another good feature. This is obviously the little case it comes in, all right? So it just pops in there, quite easy, and then that is nice and secure, and it's in. I modified mine, okay, so as you can see, I've got a quarter turn quick release on mine, so when I've got it on the, and I have made a video on that, on how to make that. I can maybe put it in the link in the description down below. So when I'm riding along, it's quite easy for me to make a video because I just literally turn her on, and once I hear the bleep, 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 I just bend down, pull it down, and I can start recording my video. Or you can whiz it around if you want, and it's very easy to, and just put back in to the holder. So that side of it is great, but you're gonna have to get one of these. Okay, you're gonna have to do that and make the quarter turn. It's very easy to make, and I've got the video there, and I'll put it down in the description. It's light enough, can't remember the weight of it, but it's nothing significant. I think the Garmin, off memory, I think the Verb was a slight bit heavier, not by much, but I think it was just a bit heavier. But it's nice, light and compact. And overall now, I've got to say, GoPro, whoever you are, if you're listening, I'm sure you are watching this video, I'm very happy with it now. Okay, minor couple of little things on there, but apart from that, I am pretty happy with it, and I use it all the time. You can see the video quality if you want to have a look at it just by clicking onto one of my videos. The last 12 months have all been recorded on this little device. So that's it. That is my review for the GoPro Hero 5 Black. I now give it the thumbs